Hi everyone, welcome again to today's session. How is the month of November coming on? Sequel to my last video, I started getting a lot of questions on penalty. Penalty this, penalty that, but prominent among all of the questions is the one relating to tax ID. And I felt, let's just take a moment to talk about it. I've seen all sorts from different people saying different things. Some people said, even if you've had tax ID before, you have to go and get another one. Please, let's trash it. This is Oladejo Adeyemi, and this is Insight with Oladejo. So what does the law say? Precisely, the Nigerian Tax Administration Act, which borders on the administrative things, among which returns, registrations, and all of that then fall. So the requirement of the law is that every taxable person shall register with the relevant tax authority. So you need to take note of that. Every taxable person. I have already registered with tax authority, then it means you have no further obligation to do. Let me take that again. I have already registered with the tax authority under the current regime that will be terminated by 1st of January next year. Then you've got no other action points to do. Don't start struggling and start saying they need to cancel the previous one. The law has been very explicit on this matter, where for whatever reason, even ministries, departments, and agencies of the federal government or state government and every local government shall register for tax and obtain their tax ID. So what the government is trying to do now is that everybody should have a unique identifier. And that unique identifier is the tax ID. Let me now take it a notch higher. What happens if I don't register for tax purposes? As an individual, for instance, a person who fails or refuses to register for tax under the prescribed section, which is section 4 of the Act, is liable to an administrative penalty of 50,000 naira in the first month in which the failure occurs. And guess what? 25,000 for each subsequent month in which the failure continues. Now, this is where it gets interesting. That's for individual. As a company, if you now award contracts to an unregistered person, remember that person in the law does not mean human being. It can also be a juristic person, right? If you award contract to an unregistered person, you shall be liable to a fine, administrative penalty, the law calls it, of 5 million. Business owners, I hope you are following these things. Is my friend, let him just quickly do it, can make you become liable to 5 million naira if you do not ascertain that the individual or the entity or the person is duly registered for taxes. So, how is your 2026 gonna be? Do you want to keep doling out 5 million each for every vendor, every unregistered vendor you interact with to the government? Or you want to keep your account properly done? You want to ensure that you have a verification process. You want to equip the relevant department in your company that should vet that these entities you are transacting with, they have been registered, duly registered for taxes, so that you will not be heaping up liabilities, unnecessary liabilities, I should say, for yourself. Again, we'll draw the curtain here. There are loads and loads of penalty in these acts, and we will only have to take them bit by bit. But for today, know that whether you're an individual and you refuse to file, to register, for tax purposes, you'll be liable to a penalty of 50,000 naira for the first month and 25,000 naira for every subsequent month in which that failure continues. And if you are a company and you keep awarding contracts to a unregistered person, 5 million naira is what the law says your penalty is. So you decide how 2026 is going to be for you. Keep your account straight. Continue to follow this channel. Continue to share. I remain Oladejo Adeyemi, and this is Insight with Oladejo. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.